I was away with my friends for a long weekend and we were staying in an Airbnb, so a rented apartment. And we spent a very long time trying to set up my phone with the speaker system in this house. It took us some time and finally we got it to work. The next day, we then tried to set it up with somebody else's phone. I think my phone had no battery or it had died. And I remember saying, oh no, we have to go through this rigmarole again. So rigmarole is a word we use to describe a long and complicated process. Another time I have used this word recently. Me and my boyfriend, we drink a lot of tea. I like to use tea bags and he likes to use tea leaves in a pot. And he always says to me, you should drink tea leaves, they taste so much better. And I always say, oh yeah, but it's such a rigmarole. So what I mean is it takes too long. The process is a bit more difficult than when I use a tea bag. So history time. It is quite difficult to understand where this term comes from because it is so old. We've been saying it for a very, very, very long time. But what I have kind of understood from the internet is that many, many, many hundreds of years ago, there were Anglo-Scottish wars, so wars between England and Scotland. And the English king kept a very, very long, complicated list of all of the Scottish noble men who said, yes, we still stay with the English king. Now, this list was called the rigmarole, which over the years has changed into rigmarole, not ragman-roll. But it kind of became used to mean any sort of long document full of nonsense or like complicated details. So now it's more about a process or a procedure than a document. Most English people won't actually know that history. I had to Google that, but I thought it might be helpful to try and remember the term. Have you done anything recently that felt like a rigmarole? It was a long, complicated process. Give me an example.